Welcome, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, wherever it is that you're joining us from. We are happy to have you here tonight with us for another exciting interview. And as you know, we are live on our YouTube page. So come on over and catch us live. And as you can see, wherever it is that you're watching it from, please share it so that others can catch this interview because I do believe that this interview tonight is going to be an exciting one, just like always. So wherever it is that you are jumping in from, wherever it is that you're watching us from, or whenever it is that you are rewatching this, I hope that you are doing well and is being safe. Definitely, we want to be having our conversations tonight with, one of our talented former junior who seemingly is now going to be moving up into the senior ranks. And we definitely hope that, we will be able to have a great one, a great conversation as best as we know it ought to be. I hope that you all here will definitely be a part of the conversation. As usual, you're always a part of it, but tonight for sure, and definitely again, you know that the next 2 weeks is going to be exciting also because we'll be having two of our um, other prominent juniors that we are watching, juniors that we are seeing is what we would say be moving up into the ranks and how it is that we want to see them. But before we even get into what is about to happen until they all come on in. Over the weekend was a great, what would I say, showing. We saw some exciting things happen over the weekend for both on the junior side and also on the senior side of things. So we we can basically have some talk about that and see where that goes or how that goes as best as possible. But I do believe that as it relates to the junior aspect of our sport and stuff, great things are in store. Great things are happening. I see our seniors also. I see our seniors also moving the pathway to making things happen or to get into the what we would say the frame of mind of things happening. So we want to have some talks about that. We saw some new, spontaneous, spectacular times putting down over the weekend also. I saw Calabar Class 1, 4x1 males team. That was a great time coming from that camp. And they are saying, hey, we have something to say. Their 4x1 Class 1 boys team actually is actually looking good and have been looking good, a matter of fact. So we're just seeing them, I would say, show their hand in what to expect to come from this season for them. So we want to have some conversation as it relates to that. So come on in, it is that time. Come on in, it is that moment so that we can speak, so that we can see how things are going or how things were meant to go. I know that I will shortly be joined by some of our admins tonight also. I am excited for that as best as possible. So, as I stated before, we saw We saw some exciting times being put down over the weekend, both juniors and seniors, and that makes a great showing for everyone. So I will be firstly taken in for admit. Oh, I should have been told this, you know. I should have been told that.
Where is Zavian?
I don't know what is happening with the internet. Good night, Kino. How are you doing?
I'm not bad. You're hearing me?
Very much loud and clear. Very much loud and clear. I am hearing you.
You seeing me clearly?
I could get you a little bit more up in the camera.
I don't know why it seems so far away.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So Zavian in a luxury house. Man of his
Kino.
stature, the king in his own right in the palace.
I'll go on, Zavian.
Yeah,
Long time, bro.
long time.
Right. So I mean, tonight we have 3 admins. You know, 2 kings, 1 queen, and I mean, we're also going to be joined again also tonight as again by one of our junior prodigies that is coming up. All right, I'll work with that then, Kino, for now. I have recently start calling him Mr. Rundown because of what it is that he has, you know, put out there for us to see and for us to be astonished by. And therefore, tonight we want to just basically have a conversation with him to see what is happening or how it is that he is doing and matriculating and stuff like that. So tonight I welcome to the family. He's no stranger to us, a matter of fact. I mean, he has been here before and he's here now again with us. Mr. Andre Rundown Daley.
Good evening.
Welcome to you, sir, again to our family, our little family here at. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right. First of all, let me say happy belated birthday to you.
Thanks much.
All right, because I know Saturday was your birthday. I hope it was a good one for you, as best as possible. It was. Okay. Kino, Zavian, take it away.
Blessings. I'm Mr. Daley. I'm an evening. Happy that you take the time out to be part of the show again. Happy belated birthday. Turning in, getting all grown up now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Welcome, bro. Welcome. Lati, it seemed like you borrowed internet from Germany tonight. Well, go on.
Well, thank God you guys are here so that, you know, me borrowing the internet from Germany tonight won't let us not flow. So that's good. So, Mr. Daley, I'll be the first one to shoot the first staggle out there. As I said, happy belated birthday to you. I'm moving to also say congratulations to you for the award that you received at Mallory Days, for your contribution that you have contributed. That was a great gesture from them, I believe. It was good sighting and seeing you being awarded for the work that you have been putting in and hope to continue to put in. So congratulations on that too.
Thanks much.
Okay. If I may ask the first question, I know you are no longer a junior. As I said, your birthday was Saturday. So you are now you have now stepped up to the big plate. I do consider you now a full-fledged senior. How does that feel?
I mean,
It's a great feeling, complete your junior years. Not achieving everything, but grateful for what I've achieved. So it's a great feeling to now take on the senior ranks.
Okay. How is training going for you so far since you have become?
Training is pretty all right. You can tell the difference between training as a junior and training as a senior. It's more work. The intensity level is way up there.
You hearing Lati?
No,
All right.
she got cut off.
I'm getting in and out. So I'm going to try and do something so guys can continue for me, please.
Yeah, man. So you said the training is different. Apologies to those persons online. We seem to be having some technical difficulties. But DeAndre, you said the training is the load is a little bit harder.
Right.
How is your body managing that load?
I mean, it is managing pretty well because I am now currently with the same coach. So he knows my body in and out and how to attack each area to get the best out of me. So with him bringing me from way back when till now, managing this workload wouldn't be a problem for me since he knows what he's doing.
All right, very good. How important is it to you to have the same coach coming into the senior ranks? You have someone who you trusted all these years, but some would say when you cross over, it would be better to have a more experienced coach, someone who would be who the people would want you to have. How important is it to continue with this person?
So all right, transition. When it comes down to transition, you want the smoothest transition as possible. So there is no need to rush and go into an next camp if where you are, the program is working and you can see the continuous improvement. So I trust in my coach, Mr. Grant, 100%. So me and him sit and made a decision that I'll be continuing there, and we both had no problem with that.
Okay, great. Zavian?
You said that you stayed with Mr. Grant. What's the plan for 2025 though? I know he's not one that's out there like the prominent coach or the prominent clubs that you have gone to. Will it affect what you do in 2025, or are you just taking it one step at a time?
It won't affect what I do in 2025. To be honest, my goals for 2025 would just be as high as most of the top Jamaican sprinters, or even sprinters around the world. I want to make it to the World Championship. I want to compete in various diamond leagues and any national team. I'm still 20 years old now, so I am now looking at the under 23 games to compete in also.
Okay, not bad. Are you still currently studying?
Yes, I am attending the University of Commonwealth Caribbean.
Okay. So you're based in
I'm based in Montego Bay.
Montego Bay. You're still in Montego Bay. Okay, right. Perfect.
So I want to start the controversial questions very quickly because because recently we have seen you your association with a particular brand a little bit more pronounced. So tell us what is going on there.
The pant shirt.
I'll ask the question more in depth.
So you have gone pro,
have you gone
and we have seen you wearing the Adidas brand. This means you're fully fledged senior, signed to Adidas now.
I am signed to Adidas now.
Okay.
You can continue.
Okay. Why so quiet about it though?
I mean, as I said, this is transition. I don't need to rush anything. I am not the type of person to go out there and brandish anything at the media. It's not my style. I did my thing and continue training. It's not about focusing on getting the business out there. It's about continue, lay back, and get my work done to go out on the track. When I was hoping to go out on the track, and that's when everybody would realize, hey, he signed with Adidas, or hey, he signed with this other brand, or whatever.
Do they have any stipulations, any at all, or any concerns about what we just spoke about, you remaining with the coach that you had before? Do they have any concerns about that?
They don't, because that's something we spoke about before putting pen to paper. I wanted to remain there. They had no problem. They had faith in the coach as well, so we came to an agreement.
Okay, that's very good news, because a lot of the times these sponsors will want to inject some sort of clause in the contracts to say that you have to be with a reputable person or a more reputable person in order to be, granted said contract. So I'm happy that they trusted your coach, or they trust your coach and trusted your judgment in all of this.
Right.
So my question is, you said that before pen to paper, there was discussion. How integral were you a part of this discussion? Where you stay? Where do you go to school? We leave the money part out of it, but the infrastructure that is put around you as a person and as an athlete moving forward. How integral were you a part of that decision? And well, it's business, a part of that agreement.
So all right, so now moving into the senior ranks, I now have a team that I work with. So they won't treat me like I am this young kid. They have to speak to me like the grown up I am now. So now we discuss everything. They have to keep me on board with every decision that has been made. And when I want to add something, I involve them, we discuss, and we make any necessary decision. So I am a major part of any decision that is being made.
What you just mentioned is very important, especially for young athletes to understand, because a lot of the times they are excluded from the discussions and from it's surrounding you, it's about you, but you don't have much say. How important was that for you to ensure that them say you're a big man now and you can make big man decisions?
That shows a lot of respect, because there is no way, or for example, you would be out there negotiating something and I have no idea about it. What if I don't agree on what you are doing, or in the long run it causes any problems to me or my image or whatever? So I need to be 100% a part of it, and nothing should be hidden from me.
Okay.
Sound good.
I must say I like that that approach, because we here at Track and Field Town, it has always been saying that, juniors or even seniors need to basically be taking the approach of being the boss, because you guys are the boss. It is about you, and therefore you guys need to know about it. So congratulations on taking that stance, and hopefully continue to push your way forward as it relates to that. You said that you have a team surrounding you now. As it relates to that, we know that you are prone to injury. How is that team helping you as it relates to that? Because we know injury has taken some time away from your junior years and your achievements that you would have wanted to achieve. How is the team? What's the conversation like with the team to get you out of that avenue as best as possible, or for as long as possible as you can be?
All right, so this team that I am currently working with is not a team that is just built yesterday, for example. Because if you have been tracking my progress, you would realize that my last 3 years as a junior were my 3 best years. That's where I was slowly getting over the continuous injuries. So, for example, physio, masseuse, are those things they were involved from that point on. I would normally go to a chiropractor. I would have a chiropractor that I go to before I run a race or whatever. So that team was from my first year class 1 down to the last year class 1. And they know the goals I have set. So speaking to them, they can tell me what and what should not do and when is the right time to do them.
Okay. Interesting.
How important is the science behind the sport to you?
The science behind the sport is really important. It's art. A regular athlete would not understand their own body if they do not do any research. I'm a physical education student, and my coach is my physical education teacher. So that's where I learn extra about my own body. You need to learn about your own body. So if push comes to shove, you can take care of yourself when the time comes.
You know, it's funny. A lot of athletes don't invest any time to research anything like that. You know, I remember when I was training to become a coach, we had to study anatomy and all of those things and how everything affects your body and your muscles and your development.
Right.
Why the interest in that? Why not just run and run fast like how you can run fast? What you need to know about that for?
Yeah, a lot of people look at it like that, but you want to reach the top level, so you need to do a lot of research. And now doing the research allows me now to, when I'm at training and I see like the younger ones, I can speak to them when them have a little injury. Before coach can say, Ray to them, me don't realize this our cause it, and we can speak to them. And then go to coach, I exact same thing.
A lot of the man to the younger ones.
All right.
But what you just said, the man is not a boy, it's a man.
Big up yourself, boss.
So Kino speaks about the bio part of it. I speaks about the statistics part of it. So you're 20. I think your PB is maybe 10-1-4 round about there.
10:08, Zavian.
10:08. 10:08. All right. Does it play on your mind now that you can pull your computer up and you can pull everybody, all the athletes in Jamaica, and you say, you know what? This season I'm ranked number 5 or number 6 out of the bunch. Does it play on your mentality to say, you know what? I'm going to push myself, and you put persons target practice. I call it target practice. You put target on athletes back to say, you know, I need to beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make it to World Championship. Are you there yet?
No and yes, in some sense. All right, when it comes down to personal best, the lower personal best, the harder it is to beat. So the mental thing about it is, my coach always said to me, when I train, you don't go out and chase time. Get the execution and the race plan correct, and then you look on the clock and see whatever comes on the clock. So that is my race strategy. If I get the fastest man in the world, I'm a heat, focus on myself, get the technique and the execution correct. If I beat you, that is fine. If you beat me, that is fine. But when I look on the clock, I am hoping to see a PB or something.
I know you might not want to say, but I want to ask a question. How fast do you think you could have gone, barring injury?
Sub 10 most definitely.
Yeah.
Even the World Under 20 trials, I was just fresh off injury.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even make the final at champs. Couldn't even get a medal at Western champs. And I came into the World Under 20 trials trying to make the team. At that point, I was trying to make the team. Went there knowing that the finals needs only 2 persons to compete at Peru. knowing the level that I perform at, I didn't want to go to Peru just to run the relay. I would rather not go, if I'm being honest. So running, going into the heat, I didn't know what to expect. I got out there, out of my driving phase, and just shut it down. When I look at the clock and saw 10:16, blown away, because can't be the same athlete or couldn't even make champs finals. Just basically jogged 10:16. But then that took a negative toll on my body. Because warm up now for the semi-final the next day. Body feel warm, foot feel dead. So start wondering, asking coach, what happened? And say, listen, you're not run much this season, you're just fresh off an injury, run that fast, you need to expect that. So I went out there in the semi-final, run 10:23, still feeling the same. And I said, all right, it's just part of it. Just need to go out there in the final now. Make the team. Coach said, listen, you don't need to run far and win or anything. Just make the team. All things come down in Peru. I went there, made the team, and sit back and train for the games.
So you just said that coming into the trials for World Under 20, you were injured. You were coming off an injury. We saw what happened. We saw what happened in that finals between you and Gary Card. I mean, Gary Card, in order for Gary Card to have won that race, he had to run the second fastest time, which you was in that spot at 10:08. He had to run 10:07 in order to beat you. You just said you were coming off an injury. Now, you dealt with that, went to Peru, dealt with the first round, dealt with the second round, went into the finals, and we know what happened. But based on what you're now saying, your body basically was not speaking to you the way you wanted it to, because of the injury that you are dealing with and what you also put your body under. However, I want you to tell me something about what happened in this race that I'm about to show, because I'm not understanding it. I'm not understanding this at all. Yeah, you know what? You know what I'm going to play, right? Because you just said what you said about that. So yeah. I need to play this.
Jermaine and the internet, man.
Anyway, lot of internet not really work properly. I always want to get into the sports business. And
sorry, I was just asking about if he was that injured or coming from that. What we saw him put down, getting the baton 6th place in that 4x1, in that finals, and coming back. What was happening with your body, or what happened with your body afterwards? How did you feel? What was happening? What was going around?
But right there, it was the best feeling after coming off an injury, because when it comes down to an injury, sometimes you need that extra blow. You just need the body to run fast and feel good. So when I after that race, you see, if I had a fast race before that 100-meter finals, hands up, it would be mine. Because with the conditions out there, it was not until the last day that I got accustomed to the weather. I had to go out there in my tights, a shorts, 2 sweatpants, just to try to keep my body temperature steady. And 2 jacket, my bib and all that, because the temperature was really cold. And that's what all I had to warm up in, just to try to keep cool. So in that case, I felt warm, and that's where I got to run extremely fast and got my body that extra boost.
And plus, when you're running relays, you tend to run faster, right? Like, I don't know, there seems to be something with relays where people just drop everything and just run faster.
and I don't even understand the logic behind it either.
I don't think anybody does.
You grab a button, anything you see in front of you, just go for it. No matter how far. That is how I see. No matter how far it is, me need to catch you. Everybody run for them leg. Even if we're not leading and you reach the anchor leg from you, do the best on your leg. The rest of the work is up to me.
Yeah.
So I have a question. We have seen numerous of our young athletes gone pro. Is there an expectation from Adidas that with anything, with any business agreement, there should have been, we normally put expectations out there and what is required, what they require from you. Is there a time frame for you to develop faster than what your plan is based on your agreement with Adidas?
Okay, so when it comes on to contract talks, I am not able to discuss like agreements and things like that. But anything that is agreed is nothing that would put any pressure on me and my development.
Okay.
No performance bonus.
He said not about it.
We have to push this. We have to push
Yeah,
this.
would have to still ask it though.
The man better than...
No, I do phone job, so I understand. But my job is to protect myself and the company.
The man said not saying anything. I tried to get it and you just put it out there. I guess I guess the beauty of it is that you understand what business is, and if you're comfortable with us and you're not telling us, contracts are contracts, you keep it close to your heart. One thing that we never agree with track and field and contracts is that it's too much hidden. With every other sport, you can say that I got $1 million contract for 4 years or 5 years, but track and field is something that I would lobby for an athlete to come out and say that I signed a contract for $10,000 over the next 4 years to see what it is, but it's just not what it is right now. Yeah, exactly. But I understand that you can't speak volume about it, but I just want to make sure, because we have athletes that have not delivered over a period of time, and we're wondering why they're still in contract or what did the contract entail. Because you're signing, to be honest, Jamaica been signing all of their young athletes, 16, 17, into pro. There must be some expectation. I want return on investment.
Yes,
in that's right. Do I want return on investment, and how long it's going to take me to get return on investment? So that's what stemmed the question. But I understand it's contract. If I see around sub 10, I know that there's a bonus somewhere along the line, though.
Well, I guess you have an idea on how.
No. It's business. It's business.
Just answer the question, Zavian, but just not the way.
No, it's business. Listen, TV rights, you have to be in the finals, and that Adidas brand need to show. Right. And that's final. Right. Your brand, that brand need to show prime time. That brand is prime time, so we're not saying anymore. So whichever one, you have to be in the prime time.
Mm-hmm. All right, Adidas, you didn't answer. You answered without answering. So right, don't penalize him.
We know that we know and see the love that you have for the relays, as rightfully so, Zavian and Kino keeps saying. This year, World Relays for Jamaica it's a must for everybody, but I mean, for us, definitely, we know because of our status and where we stand, it is something to watch once we see our countrymen put on the black, green, and gold. But your love for the relays, especially the ankle leg, right. Is it possible that we may see a Andre Daley either on the Pens team for Jamaica and or the World Relays team? Is it something you're working towards for 2025?
Most definitely, because all right, I spoke to coach at the start of the season. I said, listen, I want to maximize on every possible national team that is going out. If it means Pen Relays, World Relays, the under 23s, where the World Championships, I need to be there, and we have the same goal. So why not go at the World Relays and the Pen Relays also?
So I have a question, piggybacking Latoya before.
Sure.
So not to cut you. So that decision for you to run, because this is controversy over the last couple of years. When you run, who want to run, and you stated very clearly. You went to your coach and said, "This is what I want to do this year." So when the invitation come, I know you said you have a team around you. Does that invitation come to you as Mr. Daley? This is what J3 is reaching out to you, because you're pro now, you know. So all of these things are gonna come at you. Now, do it come to the coach or come to you? How does that decision process takes place now, knowing that you want to, coach might think you're not fit? Which one supersedes?
If J3 is to come to me and said, listen, rate or whatever, I relay that same information to coach. If coach decide no, I cannot disobey what coach said. He's the one that gets me in shape to compete. So if I, just like at mile relays, he was a bit iffy if I'm supposed to go there and compete or not. And then last minute he said, listen, scrap it, not going out. And after that, listen, because he knows best. If I'm in shape to run, I run fast, I will go out there. But if he thinks I'm not in shape,
Latoya tingling.
After we spend a good time, we good money. If you ever know, me kill you in my head. I'm so sorry. Continue, my apology.
You know, you seem like someone who is very patriotic, even though you're saying that your coach has the final say. You made it very clear that you told your coach that you want to go and run, and you want to be a part of all these national teams going out this year. I can't help but ask this question. Do you think the talent pool in Jamaica is getting smaller? Do you think we are regressing, or do you think there is a challenge with the administration of the sport that is causing some amount of, maybe some people to become apathetic? They don't want to be a part of the sport anymore. There isn't that drive. Do you think it's an administrative problem, or do you think the talent pool is getting smaller?
The talent pool is not getting smaller, in my opinion, because comparing back to about 2019, 2018, you haven't found a lot of athletes going 10-0, 10-1, 10-2s, 10-3s. I remember watching champs back then. Yes, champs are winning in like 10-5. Even the champs before my breakout year, I think it was Sachin Dennis winning champs in 10-5. And then you have 9, you have sub 10 win champs, you have 10-1, you have 10-2, you have them time they are on champs. So the pool is not getting smaller. But maybe because of how the system is being run, let us see if people are losing interest. Because if you look at it now, all the top athletes in Jamaica, you don't find them running, to be honest. You don't see nobody run. They train hard, open their season like a week before the national trials, then they go to the trials, then they run at the World Championship or the Olympic Games, a couple Diamond Leagues, and that's it. So everybody's favorite athlete, you won't see them compete a lot. So that's why people are losing the love for the sport. They need to see their favorite athletes running so that they can enjoy the sport once again.
But I follow up to that though, DeAndre. Sorry, Zavian. Clearly, DeAndre, and I don't want you to say much because you're a young athlete. So answer without answering if you can. You're a young athlete, but clearly there is something wrong as it relates to the administration. Because, as you rightly said, back in the days of Asafa and Bolt and even early Elaine and Shelley and all these people, they ran everywhere.
Right.
These people are now, as you rightly said, they wait until 2 weeks before trials, them open them season, and then them go trials and them run, and then you might see them in 1 or 2 races on the circuit. But there seems to be a disconnect with the administration, J3As, and the athletes themselves, and how things are being run. What do you think?
Honestly, this is my first year as a senior, so I have no idea and no clue because I am used to running as a junior.
Exactly. Make you mix
I am used to running as a junior where them say Camper Down Classic tomorrow and coach say Camper Down Classic, then we gone out there. It's not like the senior meets where I would know if what they go on with J3 or with JOA. I have no clue.
Still alien, eh?
Who taught you interview skills? That was a
Nobody
good dodge a while ago, you know. That was an excellent dodge.
Okay. I make him mix it, I make him up. And I him say, man, I got tell you to come down now, you know, when you go up there. You understand? But your alma mater schoolmate, not in the same year, but you know one Odion, the statistician, he always fly your flag, eh? He says to ask you, what's your view on running more 200 to assist Jamaica? Getting back in the middle event, especially being that we have Kishan in the 100, Antonio Watson in the 4, and two stand out in recent years. What do you think? Is it something you're looking towards?
And so the initial conversation I had with coach at the starting of the season, I said, Coach, 200 this season. We're around 21-4, easy. And that was the last 200 I run like 2 years ago, and 21-4. And I said, Coach, open the season with about 20.8, 20.9. He said, no, you're not run no 200. Put it down, you know, hip flexors them weak and you have to go through a lot of straightening. So you can run at 200, but later down in the season, and see how it progresses from there.
Okay. Someone said, company and push out no dance.
Yeah, man, no dance, man.
Well, we never expect that. We know you're not dance. We know you're not dance. But as you rightly said, we have to try on our end to get, you know.
Right.
HP saying, coping with identity shift from high school to pro. How would you describe the transition so far?
Transition is going pretty smooth, but like it's balancing because while I'm a pro, you know, I am still going to university. So that is something I need to learn how to properly balance. Because, all right, for example, ending training at 6, while class starts at 6 and ends at 8, then you know you have to read through assignments, this and that. And then, you know, you have to look at your sleeping schedule and every other thing. So I'm still in the process of learning how to balance that.
Okay. Odi says he thinks it will make you stronger. And I'm thinking that he's saying it will also help your hip muscles as he saw you at Gibson on a leg.
I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. I really love the 200. But as I said, I really have to listen to what coach says because his job is to give the program for me to do well. So I have to listen to what coach says. But I think further down, I will be running some 200, some fast 200 as a matter of fact.
Okay. Someone is asking, how is your brother Mark doing? Because we know that Mark also runs. I think he's overseas, right? At college overseas. How is he doing?
He's doing fairly well. Continue putting in the work. He's running, I think he has about 1 year left in university, but he's doing okay. Great, as a matter of fact.
My next question to you, go ahead, Kino.
No, go ahead, Lati. I think this question should come a little later down.
My next question to you is, what are some of the meets currently, for example, here in Jamaica, because, you know, we tend to have meets. Well, the calendar for the 2025 season is a pack one all around, whether it be local or internationally. What are some of the meets that you have eyed so far, outside of mile relays that, you know, the decision was made at last minute not to run? What are other meets so that we can be able to say, okay, then, you know, I never maybe have planned to go to that meet, but I want to see this race. What are some of those?
Okay, so with missing out on Milo, I would now have to get back and ask him what's the next step, because I was looking now at the Open 60 and the Open 100 at Gibson Relays, because that seemed like a perfect atmosphere to open.
The great atmosphere, like how you never open at the Mile Relays. I thought that race was the lineup of that race, including yourself, for me was penning to be a good one, especially because of who was lining up in that race. And I felt like I can say this.
You have to be careful, you see. Just trying it out there. That nobody specific, the meet organizers are now stacking the races. So you will find Heat 1, the top 8 fastest time them run in a Heat 1, and then everybody else after. So now everybody in Heat 1 I try to run extremely fast when everybody don't ready to go there. And that is why you have to find athletes getting injured early. So when coach pulled me up, because I realized I was in Heat 1 with the slowest man in the heat, in Heat 1, running about 10 seconds. And then in no time, everybody pull out. Then they shift me from Heat 1 to the last
heat.
With the person who win the meet in that heat. So you have to play smarter than them. Them just want to see a good race. That's all they want to see, a good race. Yeah. Where the crowd can reel up and everything, but them not think about your health. You need to think about that.
Okay.
What about the school of thought that says that you should show up ready for whatever the meet organizer, throws at you, whatever the conditions are, you should show up ready? And I'm not agreeing, I'm asking you a question.
I was ready. I
as
came
a coach, as a coach, I know that the game that your coach is playing by studying what they're doing and ensuring that you're ready. That's the best game. But then you have people who are novices to the sport, and they will say to you, yo, what kind of foolishness is somebody attack? You're supposed to show up ready. So if them put you in a Heat 1, just run in a Heat 1.
I came to that award ceremony with my spikes, my vest and tights ready. So if I wanted to go there and win that race, I could have repeated that 3 times. I won it 2 times previously. I was still in high school. It was still an open event. So I could have got that event the 3rd time, but I don't have nothing to prove to nobody.
Yeah. Good answer.
Okay. Another question based on the fact that Kino said he wants his question down a little further. I'm not sure what his question is though. But HV said that we know the caliber athlete that you are with exceptional skill set. Do you feel pressured to deliver in your first season as a pro?
No, not at all. I am not feeling any form of pressure. I just need to go there and do what I know that I can do. I've been following up the progress of everybody that was in my batch, because everybody went pro before I do.
Yeah.
They might made it on the big stage, but they didn't deliver anything exceptional. And that's not taking away any credit away from them, but it's no pressure. You just got to do what you have to do. If I go out there, make the 100-meter team, then that's a bonus, but I do not feel pressured to go out there and do it.
A follow-up question to that is, we know social media and the fans, you're an Instagram baby. How do you block out the noise that comes from that, in terms of people is always saying things about what it is that when it is that athletes don't produce what we expect them to produce, we tend to look and just go at you guys the harshest way and care zero about it. How do you block out that, or what do you do to not find yourself in that position?
Surprisingly, I rarely get any negative reaction from fans on social media, because when it comes down to Instagram, I really follow up with what people say on Instagram. In my comments, it's always things positive. But when it comes down to YouTube, when you see a race with yourself, you're going to comment to see what people are saying. It's always something positive. Good or bad race, it's something positive, surprisingly. with the 10-08 I ran, and then having that serious back injury last season, I was feeling pressured because 10-08 need to go better, I can't go worse. But starting the season, injury after injury after injury after injury, I was wondering what people had to say about me. But no negative comments, all positive. I was saying, oh, if he didn't make that champs finals, it's definitely because he's injured. I know he would have won, or I know he would have produced something special. So I haven't gotten any negative reaction from the fans as yet.
As yet is right, because I was about to say definitely after that happened, we saw those two spectacular rundowns, which does that. Kino, you can go ahead.
Who is your role model in the sport? Who do you want to be like?
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, man. Fellow countryman. Far away down that side, yeah. Western.
Yes, sir. Upper Chilani down.
Yeah, man, Upper Chilani.
Bolt was special, exceptional, some might say. One of a kind, once in a lifetime. What I've seen from you over the years has cemented in my mind that you have something that, barring injury, you can be a legend in the sport. Do you have that belief in yourself?
100%. The daily that everybody is seeing is just raw talent. Nobody has seen what is to come as yet, because I am putting in the work. This is just a shell. You know, everything is coming together. Putting in the work day in, day out to reach my best.
Okay. What's next for you this season? I mean, I know you said you what are the goals? I know you said you haven't really zeroed in on all the meters yet, but what are your goals for this season?
Most definitely sub 10. I would mind running sub 10 the next time around 100 meters. Everybody been wanting the sub 10 and think, okay, it's that easy. So I just want to give everybody the sub 10. It's not an easy race, but that's my near goal.
Okay.
I'm sure when you run the sub 10, one of your biggest fans, Mr. Odion, will definitely see Odi. I promise you that. When you run that sub 10, wherever it is, you shall see him. He says that he always watch your ending closing like a bullet in the 100 races. He says that he knows when you are healthy, you can get great start. Would you agree that it's the injuries that would have caused you not to push too hard from the blocks, hence find yourself closing in on the field after a slow start?
Definitely. All right. Maybe. All right. Scratch that. But yeah, after multiple hamstring pulls, I found myself scared to put pressure on my hamstrings. Cannot push from the block. Always late. Always the back foot might not press fully on the pedal, but the front foot is always all right. Back foot now push on the pedal, cannot get that force up. But over time, it's getting better. The way I train to do block starts will ensure better block starts in the future.
Johan Blake, after having that massive injury, in one interview he stated that if you don't have that mental toughness, it's almost like you never recover from the injury mentally. And even though your body would have progressed, mentally you're still at a disadvantage. Was that what was happening to you, and how important is it for you to have that mental toughness, but also have someone who can speak to you? Perhaps not even a trained person like a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but someone who is off here with the sport. They know about the sport and can guide you to getting back that mental toughness.
And if I'm being completely honest, my coach plays that role. This is something I am not ashamed to say, but about 3 years ago, with due a lot of pressure and mind all over the place, I almost left Herbert Maurice because I just wasn't seeing the result, and injuries and everything, just whole mind overwhelmed everything. So, but I was doing it the wrong way. I was gonna leave Herbert Maurice and not even say anything, not even to coach. So until he found out and he said to me, he sat me down. He wasn't upset, and sit me down and speak to me and said, listen, no, it's a tough road. You got through a lot of injuries, but stay, take a different approach now. And with that different approach was my first year at Class 1. That was when the table turned. First national team, first fast time, then everything went uphill from there.
Okay, because a lot of people say, DeAndre, that sports psychology doesn't have any place in the sport. It's not necessary. Jamaican people just are strong. The Jamaicans don't necessarily believe in the scientific approach. White people think that we're not soft, man not soft. But there is a place for it because, as you rightly said, sometimes you're going through some mental turmoil and you really don't know where to turn. It's important to have that person to talk to. Coming back from that injury, pushing out of the block on a leg that was injured, it takes mental strength, mental fortitude to know and to trust your body that your body is in the right place. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that is completely correct. I remember, and I like one time I pull a hamstring, I pull the right one about 2 times and the left one about 3 times. And I pull muscles from in a primary school.
Right.
So it's a hefty thing to get over, but in due time it will be over.
Okay. Miss Lati.
As I said, rightfully so, in due time, you will get over it. I mean, we, the fans who have seen your talent, can't wait for you to get over it, because if you can do this while always, most times, being consistently injured, but yet still running down people, not just on the relay, but naturally on the 100. Imagine when you get 90% of all of that which is needed to be correct or to be in the place where it's supposed to be, because definitely we know your top end is not a problem.
Right.
Your top end is not a problem. So if and when you correct and fix what the issue is, a trouble.
Oh, yeah, man, have a.
You think you have anything technically to fix, DeAndre?
A lot.
Mm-hmm. Give me the top 2 things that you think you need to fix technically.
All right. Firstly, from class 3 days come straight up, I had this problem where in the dry phase, you don't necessarily have to be slant, but this was me.
Yeah, you were too low.
Low. So when you're too low, the knees them can't get free, pop up and step up.
Right.
So that's something where I had to get machine to correct that. So when I put pain back and when you're too low, it vibrates and you have to straighten up. So that's how a machine have to get to correct that. Now, newly found out that hand them now go back. Because when I watch, for example, Tobago hand them punch way back. When he need them can come up. So me realize me have too much up front and not a lot of back.
Bro, that's exactly what I wanted you to get at, because that's what I was going to ask you. I've always said that I think your hands are a little bit wonky.
Yeah.
And always I say, so if you correct that push the way to go give a serious thing. I said it about there is another athlete, I don't remember, Kevona Davis.
Yeah.
Her hands to me are a little bit wonky as well.
They
Yeah.
used to say it's about Brianna Liston,
And
and
Brianna
then
Liston.
when she went to Idle, you stopped saying it because
Yeah, man, them correct it, man. Them correct it briskly. But yeah, that's it's a good thing that you know your body. You've been observing these things, because sometimes some of us are looking from the outside. I'm looking through a coach's eyes, and me see it, me, I say, I wonder if him coach see it. But sometimes, you know what, sometimes you make a comment, but then you have to also trust the process. And your coach is a great coach. Obviously, you're a brilliant young man, so you see the things them and you understand them.
Yeah, man. So most of the problem, them see them, I will work on them. But as you know, everything don't happen overnight. It takes up. It's a process, a learning process. So right now, I'm still learning to run. I am still learning to run.
Yeah. Ask HP question.
HP is comparing it to two of the Jamaican greats. That is none other than Coach Stewart, Carol Stewart, and Queen Veronica Campbell-Brown. HP said your top end speed can only be matched by Carol Stewart and Veronica Campbell-Brown. Is it something that you consciously practice?
All right. So it's not, I consciously practice that, but not specifically the top end speed. Block start. All right. So when it comes on to block start, I am here. Whoever I'm practicing against is here in front of me. I need to catch you. 2-step and me need to catch you. So that is a trick that gets me into my running quick enough. So no matter that goes show you say, all right, no matter how far they or how far the competition that you need to catch them. So that is how I work at it.
I think top end speed is more about getting the mechanics right, getting the everything, all the phases correct, and then you transition into what the momentum will carry you to, which really is the top end speed. I don't necessarily think it's practice, as you said, for top end speed. I think that's something that is more a product of everything else coming together. What do you think?
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody out there is out there working on their top end speed. Only the people like we're extremely weak. Cause top end now, you have to have strong core if you have good top end.
Yeah.
You have to have strong core. So you go find the people where have a burst start, has weak top end speed. Hard to find a person with an extremely fast start and an extremely fast finish.
True. Shelley and Fraser Price, Veronica Campbell-Brown, Elaine Thompson-Hera. What makes them? What is the main difference in those three sprinters from a performance standpoint and based on their mechanics, in your view?
All right. You see how them technically sound. So they come out to technique in track and field. Technique goes hand to hand with speed. So if you're technically sound, a person with more technique, you might think you're extremely fast, but a person with technique will have a chance to beat you. Going back to a story Coach always tell me, because remember, Coach used to train Veronica. So I think it was Daegu. Him say, Veronica always want me think it was Jetta or something like that. But she come off of the turn. She always have some small hands that come off of the turn. So just get her like always get really far. So him say now get a training partner, make she leave Veronica and show her how to use her hands to get off of the turn. So no matter how much a person in front of you, when you use your hands, because your hand, you use your hand, you use a hand to run. I like our major part here running.
Yeah.
Just like with the 400. You like come home there, hand and need, you know. The foot them dead so how you got to your hands. So that are the technique what my coach use with Veronica for beat this person said it was Alice Felix. So that so technique you might have the raw speed, but if you don't have technique to match it, then problem.
Who is the most technically sound out of those three in your view?
I would think Shelly and Fraser.
I know I disagree with you, but I'll tell you why. I think you would have to look far and wide to find someone who is more technically sound than Elaine. Shellyan is exceptionally fast in the first 70 meters, 60 to 70 meters. But Elaine's mechanics is a beauty to watch.
I've been watching Shellyan, our both of them as a matter of fact. And I can't recall where I ever put a finger where both of them haven't looked technically sound. But I would actually agree with you now to give Elaine the go ahead because looking when it comes down to 100 meter, if you're going to know when your jaw, there is a jaw like jello. When that show you relaxation.
Relax, yeah.
So you see partially while Elaine just straight up and step. So when I relax, you must flow. When I tense up now, I slow again. So I agree with them now, but two of them technically sound I have to give them.
Yeah, man, they're pretty good, but again, Elaine is just a beauty to behold. You remember like Alison Felix never looked like she run fast, but she had blaze.
Yeah,
because of how technically sound and smooth she was, and Elaine's body, her stride pattern, her stride frequency, her hands, everything just in perfect alignment when she run. She's the closest thing to Asafa for me as an athlete.
Yeah, you're right. But when I look at Shelley and Fraser, out at the blocks.
All right, brother, fix it. We don't want a problem.
I think he's trying to, I think he looked at Shelley and Fraser being technically sound because there's not him himself and her is not in the same mechanics, but then you could be compared to Elaine Thompson based on her injuries. She doesn't come out that blocks so quickly as Shelley, but that end speed that she has. And while she's doing it, makes it even better at technical sound.
Yeah, that would be true.
Yeah.
The
shot that no light up.
No,
because you make Kino dry.
No, man, he knows how to be diplomatic. He understands the assignment. Just
and understand it quite well.
Right.
I know you just come into the senior ranks, but when you just came into the senior ranks, you would have come into the senior ranks a little bit before the ending of a season. So you would have gone into the off season. What do you do for fun in your off season? Other than play game.
So coming off Peru, I came back from Peru September 1. And I think it was like 3 days later, school. No of it enjoy, not just straight into school. So now I haven't found anything to enjoy during training and school. No, even I'm already past a day ago, and there's nothing to do. Back to training. I've just finished class and tomorrow back to training again for the whole week.
Working. Remember,
So even if they look for a little Saturday to get something done, I can't do it because I have class, I have training. If it was a Sunday, Sunday is already you have to rest. You can't. If you rest, you have to take the day to rest. And that is just the life of an athlete. You have to be disciplined.
Yeah, you can be disciplined still, and still take little fun, because work without play make Jill and Jack a dog boy and a girl.
I am sure he finds ways and means to have fun.
That's all.
You that to the Kino. I don't Kino ask you which athlete you look up to, but who is your favorite athlete, both male and female?
That would be Usain Bolt and Shelley and Fraser Price.
Okay, interesting.
But some of the time, Sherry can take time. Come on, but
come on.
Yeah,
where's the chef grew up on you?
Come on.
Yeah, your power, man.
Feeling, my feel up on anybody.
Yeah, man, right.
That's fair enough. Records in track and field has been dropping, some just stagnant, like it now go move ever. What records would you like to see go for 2025 season, and by whom? Cashapp, come on.
All right, so we're going to speak junior and senior level. So for the champs record, we are looking for gear record, take it this year. I'm going to like probably 996, 995, hopefully.
Do you think that's a big task to ask of him? 995, 96? Yeah.
Just running against him, I realized how strong he is.
How strong he is.
Yeah, so I don't put it past him at all. Look, he even ran 20.50 against seniors. So that 200-meter record at champs is under threat. I haven't really seen him this season. Only probably like 160. He entered for a lot of means, but end up pulling out. So him have something to cook. And then now, when then come on to senior now, we know.
Give me the girl side. You don't want to see the record back on the girl side for junior side.
No, you can't leave a lot of record like it's stay, man. My chief.
Kino, look over the glasses. I continue to talk.
But when it comes on to senior now, we don't see nobody that touch the 100 or the 200. We just feel like, impossible.
That's on the male side or on the both sides?
On the male side.
Okay.
Female, I am seeing where Sherika will take both records sooner or later.
We said 2025, no sooner or later than that.
Yeah, 2025. Sooner or later in the season.
Oh, in this season?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, should go.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
A lot of people share that view. I think there are more than one person. I personally have omitted Shelley and Fraser Price from that list now, because I think even if she manages to be in a final and even medal at this age, I think those records are now beyond her.
Yeah.
But I cannot, as a someone who is a follower of the sport, remove or omit Elaine Thompson, a fit Elaine Thompson from that list of people who can break that record. And it's funny, all of us are looking at the two Jamaicans who we think might be able to do so, but I believe that if the American girl, the name again, Lottie?
Shakari?
No, man, with Shakari. with Shakari.
Which
the
one?
400-meter hurdles girl. I think
Sydney
McLaughlin, if Sydney decides to run 200 and is serious at doing it, I don't think there is anything that Sydney can't do.
Disagree.
You disagree? Tell me why you disagree.
A 200-meter pace is completely different from a 4 hurdles and a 400-meter pace.
True.
So she would have to learn, like seriously learn that. So like, all right, it's like how
Didn't she run 22 low the other day?
22 low. 22 low is completely different from 21 low.
Yeah, man, but she run 22
But
low.
she run 22 low doing nothing.
Doing no training, no.
She just get up and
decide she's
run it
gonna
2
run
days
a toe
and
check.
22 low, you know. One the fastest
Just
time.
like how Christopher Taylor, they just get up and decide, say, I'm gonna run a 100 and drop a what? 10-1-2?
10-1-2.
But
Yeah, so I get what you're saying about the pace and all of that, you know. And of course, they would have to put everything in place for her to train for that and all of that. You made a very good point. But an athlete of her caliber, listen, nobody get up from a 400-meter hurdles and just run at 22 low if they're not special. Think about it.
So the lady that is growing on you, see all he's saying, the lady that is growing on you, Sherika Jackson, was a 400-meter pace, though, and now look at her at 200 meters. So Sydney, I remember Sydney can do anything, you know, the flat four there too, you know, if she say you are that show on for do. So I mean, Sydney can be a Sherika.
Her range is just crazy.
We Jamaicans have exceptional coaches, you know. So if you see Sherika step down from 400 to run extremely fast at 200 and 100, it's not surprising.
Exceptional coaches, they are fired, man.
Not like Jamaica, man.
No, man, you have some coaches.
No, we have to give some of them the due. We have to give some of them
them deserve it.
They deserve that due. Sydney deserve that due.
Yeah, man. Remember by now, we're not talking about Sydney. Now we just move on to coaches. So we have exceptional coaches.
So, yeah, have some exceptional coaches are fired to, but like Lance Bowman is a legend of a coach.
Right.
You just think that Jamaican coaches are just still above it.
Yeah.
Can't say nothing from your black, green, and gold here, Papi. It's straight black, green, and gold. No red, white, and blue around here.
Yeah,
No red, white, and blue around here.
I kind of want to keep my visa still, so I don't really have to think about the red, white, and blue.
I'm going to slightly put you, not on a spot, but on a spot. You still like want to play fantasy football?
Yeah.
I wanted to play fantasy 4x1 for me. So I want you to make your fantasy 4x1 male team based on the pool of athletes that we have. Now, put them in order. And if your wishes, you can give me a bonus and give me a time that you think that we make. And likewise, the females here side, 4x1.
All right, so starting leg.
Look like you're ready for the question here.
Starting leg would be Hakeem Blake.
Right.
It has to be like know our history.
Yeah, but no, what in our pool right now? In our pool, no. What we have no. What we are dealing with no.
Starting
leg. As if our history we know where we stand. Ever go hold it.
Can't call it World Record team for history.
Right, that's why I'm not history and know where we stand.
All right, so starting leg, we have Hakeem Blake, back stretch, Kishian, third leg, oblique, and then yours truly, the Andre Daley and the ankle leg. And I'll probably go somewhere like realistic 37-4, 37-5.
You know, say the lineup.
The lineup that makes sense.
The lineup they make a lot of sense, bro. The lineup they make a lot of sense. I have to admit.
Yeah, man.
Hakeem to Civil.
And the order is.
The order bad too. The order bad.
Okay. Me say oblique as a third. Is he that third or a starter? For some
but
reason.
then we know that. But then because we know that Hakeem is better at the start than oblique. So, okay, so let's put your legs and your times, but you can make the female for me at the same time.
All right, female section. You have a Shelly on the start leg, a fit Shelly on the start leg, Sherika, box stretch. Who we have third leg? I don't even remember all like female athletes.
Who is the best female curve runner we have now?
You don't make a team yet?
No, we just not think out loud.
Oh, make a team first, no man.
I try to figure out that.
No, I that he need to figure out for do.
All right, I would say. All right, Shelly start, Sherika, backstretch. Maybe a unfarm Brianna got third leg to a Ilian Thompson.
Why not put Tia Clayton in her current form on the third leg and have Elaine close?
That's my problem with that. Try remember the athletes. Yeah, so of course Tia Clayton.
So you would replace Brianna with a Tia.
Yeah, of course.
And what is the time you think you would get there, sir?
40.5, 40.4 tops.
Providing that everybody is on top form.
Right.
I mean, I like your team. I like the layout. A lot of people don't remember that Shelly used to start back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
One of our best starters.
Exactly.
A lot of people never see it.
No, I made reference once, and somebody said, "We must move from myself." How can I Shelly start race?
I think I follow track and field as deep as I really track and field fan.
Yeah. Them just a come. Them not understand how much years Shelly did I start for.
But I have one question outside of the anchor question. I have a question for you regarding the lady that is, coming upon you. We still can't stop refer to her as that. Sherika, you actually put Sherika on the second leg. Why? Not that I have a problem. I just want to hear your view as it relates to that.
Because, all right, Sherika takes too long to hit the ground running.
Look here, no man, brother.
Hey,
brother,
come
brother.
on. No, say not more.
Bro.
We done this. We done this.
I have been saying that for, you know what cussing we get for that? So, you know why you share the cussing? So make me say, Sherika Jackson takes too long to get into top flight. Right. I would put her on the back stretch as well, not an anchor. I don't think she, if I were to look at the last few years when Jamaica was in top form and you had females running, you had VCB and you had Shelly anchoring. Though the times may not support it in terms of the split, I still think Ilian would be a better anchor leg runner than
Sherika. Of course. She know if you call it back now move same time. You can't
Sherika doesn't run Sherika run 110. Sherika doesn't run 100. So Sherika need to be in the long zone change to get good speed out of her. The person that collecting from Sherika need to be the end of the zone to get the you see how US beat us the other day? That's how Sherika need to run. Sherika cannot change button. Sherika cannot change the button at 85 or 90 because she's not in her full flight yet. Sherika will beat you at 110 any day. And that's the problem that we have this season. Sherika needs to start the race 10 meters behind everybody, just like DeAndre. DeAndre will run them down. Sherika will run you down too. So Sherika needs to go 5 or 6 meters behind the start line for win this year. I telling you.
DeAndre, I'm going to apologize to you for that. Whenever bring you on here, for them make them busy as well.
It's a rude awakening this year, Kino. If you know what I said, I said first. She'll get beat in a stadium.
Who?
Sherika get beat in a stadium.
By who?
Don't worry.
I mean,
listen.
Kino? The young man just turned.
That's what you know. What Tim said. Zavian and Lord talk.
This not involved.
Money.
No, this not involved DeAndre. Listen, Sherika coach is very smart. Sherika coach already mentally prepared already. Just come third and make the team. I make we see what can happen. Don't try to win.
Boy.
Views expressed at this point in time.
Are the views of Zavian?
That's fine.
Don't set up there.
Listen.
No, come for me. No,
DeAndre, I can tell you.
It's not DeAndre views.
Elaine, there are a lot of things that people don't take into consideration. If Shelly decide to run this year, Shelly can lift everything on the track. Shelly is looking status, and that's one.
Zavian.
No, I think Shelly will run. No, I'm not going to go too far. I think Shelly will run, but I think Shelly is going to do what she has been doing over the last few years, and that is to choose her races very wisely because she doesn't want to expend a lot on the track. So she will only run at a few meets and leave it all on the track. I agree with you, Zavian, and you only know Elena, my girl. I believe a fit Elaine can't be beaten by only God alone can run fast and fit Elaine. That's my view. But I have to be also balanced and fair in my assessment because Sherika is also an exceptional talent. And as DeAndre rightly said, she's not going to be easy to beat. A fit Sherika, with all of the improvements that she has made over the last year and a half, 2 years, she is going to be very hard to beat as well. So it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race.
DeAndre, I have one last question.
Before you give the last question, and we forget it. You're new to the
some food.
No. Listen, what is your recommendation or your advice to young athletes? We have a lot of young athletes considering pro, considering school, considering what to do next when it comes on to their career. You mentioned Gary Card sub 10. Bouagie did it, sub 10. Bouagie is still somewhere. Somewhere. So that's on. I hope he'll find himself. A Gary will run sub 10 come next 3 weeks, and everybody start. You need to go pro.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. You need to go pro. And him again pick up the phone and say, DeAndre, you see me run sub 10, but what do you think? You stayed in school for 3 years. What's your advice? Because you guys are friends, and I think you'll pick up the phone and say, you know what, everybody come in, I run the sub 10, want me to go pro. What do you think?
All right, so my view is that running sub 10, you have nothing to give to the NCAAs. Just going to the NCAAs, running up and down, run probably more consistent sub 10s when you could probably go to a university in Jamaica to further education and probably start making your bread here. Why not? Because most of them go attend colleges overseas. The atmosphere and the weather is a major factor to some of them not progressing. They might be the best overseas, but not the best at their ability, or the best to their ability because of severe weather conditions. My brother on the PB once, and I would say it's the weather really hindering his performance because over there is really cold. But when I can see a Jamaica, you can now warm climate, I can train consistent, you're more closer to home, we're comfortable. Yeah, you have a chance of going further. So I would say going professional. Well, not everybody can manage the professional level mentally and physically. Some people need more time to develop. Some people need to take the university route. So, but Gary Card, I would say professional route. He's running really fast times as a youngster. So that's the best route to take.
I think I remember some time ago, Kevona Davis. I hope I'm not wrong. I don't know if I think she was the one who said it. I'm hoping that it wasn't the media.
Correct, yeah.
But she said, I will tell us I want to run for the rest of my life.
That's baby girl. And she put it down. She put it down.
Oh, she put it down?
She's not.
To Zavian, she put it down because you haven't seen her. Remember now she has graduated. You haven't seen
She
her.
have graduated. She have graduated school.
So we wait to
let
see
us
if
let
she
us
comes
see if she come this
25.
season to run.
But I mean, I said that to say, I for one, and I think all three of us would agree that we don't necessarily support going pro without taking into consideration the balance of your education being intertwined into that. And I have often said I don't have a problem with someone going pro if within that framework, within that contractual agreement, there is an amendment or there is consideration for your schooling.
Exactly.
What do you think about that? Is that important? I know it's important to you, but do you think generally that is important?
It is 100. You need to have education first, then track and field second, because track and field comes. You just take one injury, and your career.
Jermaine Gonzalez.
And a lot more names out there. Not even in just track and field. A lot of sports. Just one injury, and that's it. What you're gonna do? Sit down for the rest of your life because you don't have any education.
Why you think a lot more people don't look at that though, bro? Why do you think? Because a lot of athletes nowadays, they don't even represent themselves well in an interview. As personable and as intelligent as you are, sometimes, and I make no apology for saying this, sometimes a lot of athletes, they can't even do a good interview. And more often than not, it's those athletes who probably got certain opportunities and they took it and forgot about school.
That is the thing. That's why I always said education first, track and field is the second option. Andre Daley is a school. I am a regular school student when it's school time. Always focusing on schoolwork. Hence my results and my CXC and capes, and I'm doing exceptionally well in university right now because I see a vision. I don't want to run for the rest of my life, but when I finish with track and field, I have to have something to do. I need to get my bachelor's when the time comes. But a lot of people now get a contract, start making money, and think, okay, money I make, that's all. They know this is born on. Money, I don't stop make one time, you know. What if you don't live up to the contractual agreement? They can drop your contract at any time.
See, answer my question. And little by little, you know. You have contractual agreement.
Specific contractual agreement.
A serious thing, bro. A serious thing. And then even if you make a bag of money now, I mean, down the line, inflation, all kind of things.
Kino, it's called time value of money.
Yeah, time
and
value
a lot of
money.
people understand that little concept there. The value what they put on you right now is not what you value 2 or 3 years down the line because you can't afford life with that. You got to take into consideration everything that comes with
life of an athlete is very expensive.
They want to make it expensive.
But like we're stressed on the
I know we want to make it expensive, you know. I'm not say we, but the necessary things you need to do to keep your body in shape is very expensive.
Yeah, and not that alone, bro. You have to pay your coach. You have to pay this person. You have your team around you, as you said.
It's a business.
It's a business.
It's a Andre Daley LLC, separate and apart from separate and apart from yourself.
Exactly. And I like what you said earlier. You have to understand that you are the employer.
Right, exactly.
Right, and you have to have what they call financial literacy as well, because at the end of the day, something might happen and it just all gone, and you find yourself with whatever amount of money and you don't know how to balance it so that you can live the rest of your life. Right. Remember, education is good.
Remember to pay yourself first. My recommendation is pay yourself first.
Always. You pay yourself first.
You pay yourself just like when you're paying the coaches. I'm paying everybody. Make sure you pay Mr. Daley.
Yeah, you
put aside something and you pay yourself.
Yeah.
So because all right, say right now, the contract you lose a contract or you get an injury and contract finish. You might have a steady amount of money, but right now, right then and there, you start live. Right, and when you lose everything now, you go start live more careful. You go take time with the spending. You go want everything more cautiously because you know you don't have anything to rally back on. But when you know you have your education, you can go out there. You have a degree, you know you can go out there. You get an next job, a steady job. We can help balance your living style, and you don't have stress. You don't have to worry.
I know you're an adult now, DeAndre, but how much does your family, your parents support you in your decision making, and do you give any credence at all to what they have to say?
When it comes down to decision making, if with if with going pro, it's a decision that only my decision I take as the right decision because I am the one that is consistently training, going through whatever I'm going through in and off the track. So the only thing I can do is relay whatever information or whatever opinions I have, and I can take their opinion, but the decision is mine. So whatever they say, I will listen, and they are very supportive. My family are very supportive.
I think you answered the question the best way because I didn't word the question properly. It really wasn't about the decision, but more their input. That's what I should have asked you. How important is their input? And I think you answered it perfectly.
Yeah, man, them have very good input. But anything them tell me, don't think it's for the worst.
Good. Lati, I want to play a little game at the end, so you can just close off and Zavian. More ask him a couple questions I hear where he must have close in a bang.
You know, say he has school in the morning. Yeah, straight in the morning and school, you know. I'm
yeah,
just
man,
saying.
just wrap up. Just wrap up.
I was gonna ask the last question as still again as it relates to our relay. IAAF is now going to implement a mix 4x100 meter. Ooh, yeah.
Surprise me.
So they're in world relays, they're looking to add a mix 4x100 meter. I mean, you know, they play around with relays in world relays. So they're looking to do that. I wanted to ask you what team for the black, green, and gold you think you would love to see represent us.
All right, so I'm gonna add something.
2 males and 2 females.
Surprisingly, you won't find the top sprinters entering like world relays to try to qualify their team. They're gonna send that team to qualify the big team to run at the World Championship or whatever. So as I mentioned before, I want to maximize on all the national teams. So I would firstly add myself. And Crew would be a safe bet on team. Hence, we haven't really seen him run to his best that he ran at champs, but I'm sure he's out there finding himself back again. And with that said, Alana, maybe one of the twins, TR Tina. That team would be an exception. That team's a world beating team, as a matter of fact.
So you are putting 4 of Jamaica Prodigy juniors. When I say juniors, meaning over into that to make that team. Exactly. Interesting. All right, Kino, you can go ahead. The floor is yours.
Before we play the game, Chris Taylor coming back in May. His bandage is gonna end in May. He has already indicated that he's gonna come back, running the 100 and 200 meter. What do you think his chances are?
Listen, once you're fast. So yeah, he has his chance, and I don't think Christopher Taylor sat at home not doing anything.
No, I don't think so either.
Exactly. So he's somewhere putting in the work and getting ready for his return. So his chances are up there as well. Everybody needs to look out for him.
All right, so let's go. I'm just going to call names and you give me one word to describe these people. Veronica Campbell-Brown.
Ferocious.
All right. Asafa Powell.
Technical.
Kino, let me put in one first. Wait, hold on. Latoya Clarke. Go on, Kino, because him can't answer.
Fabulous, man.
Fabulous indeed. Kieran Stewart.
So me really don't know about the battling.
Him don't know Kieran.
You don't know Kieran?
Him don't know
I
Kieran.
don't know, Kieran.
That is almost blasphemous still in a bro.
You want to compare to
You
her?
have to pray hard tonight, but all right.
I'm going to send you the relay. You go back and you watch that.
Yeah, man. Let's send him some video, Lati. Usain Bolt.
Spectacular.
Johan Blake. Don't say the beast.
Oh, God. Bless.
All right. That's your curveball at you know. Rashid McDonald.
Duncan.
Endurance.
Okay.
He endure a lot with you. Elaine Thompson era.
No, not even listen that damn public.
Can't find nothing.
Say what came to your mind.
No, sir. Mix it up.
Who you gonna say Fiesty?
I don't know. I'm keep it at humble.
Humble. All right.
Humble.
Sherika Jackson.
Fierce.
We're gonna leave the one Mama for last. Let's go to the juniors. Brianna Liston.
Fast.
Brianna Williams.
Quick.
What you say?
Quick.
Why? You never know what come to my mind. But anyway.
Alana Reid.
Yeah.
Generous.
I knew
Okay.
that word there.
Okay.
Okay.
And the final one, Shelley and Fraser Price.
Hero.
Fitting.
Okay.
Fitting.
Okay. Good thing. Good thing, bro. Good thing.
Yeah, man.
You deserve a lick though for not knowing Kieran Stewart. But
You're 20. Don't
Right.
he
feel
has to
bad
know
about
her.
it. Kieran Stewart.
Kieran Stewart is a you.
Ago.
You are just compared to Kieran Stewart. Kieran Stewart does what you do. Kieran Stewart is famous
Run
for
down
running
people.
down
Latoya,
anything.
the next time I have a show, just show out how much people don't know Kieran Stewart. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted.
But no, I won't.
She's quiet, and you don't even realize that she's there.
That she's there. That's why she's dangerous.
That's why she's there. A lot of people don't realize that
just watch
she
couple
exists.
video, man.
Yeah, man.
Just watch couple
No,
video.
have to go
but I think never watch a video or none of them. But
the first year, your hero, Shelley and Fraser Price won, and was first time she won a gold medal.
right.
She beat Kieran Stewart. Kieran Stewart run her down right there. Kieran Stewart went into that.
Oh, she was
that here as being the fastest woman at the time, fastest time, and Shelley
she was one of the silver medal winners. You remember that race? I don't know if you heard about it, where Shelley won and they couldn't separate the two.
Yeah.
So Kieran Stewart and Sharon Simpson were the two who back. Right.
Oh,
You know Aileen Bailey?
heard of her.
Come, you gotta come down now. You gotta come
He's
down
20.
now.
He's 20.
At
What
20,
you
you gotta
expect?
come down now.
Yeah, no, as a 20-year-old, now we are gonna watch our generation.
No, me say you're going to come down now.
It's
You're
a
going to come down now.
shut up.
You can't. For the love of the sport that you enjoy and for the science of the sport that you enjoy and the person that you are, you need to kind of, know little heroes before.
I can understand though.
you
I
guys.
can understand. As he said,
No, I
he's
understand.
only 20. Like Lati, you're almost double him age.
You're done with it, man. Come on, I calling a long time, so I'm sure. Mark say him just banned. So
Yeah, I'm just born yesterday.
Yeah, we're cutting some slacks. Him just bad.
You might come down though. You might come down. You can't tell me no. You go come down. I'll send you. I'll send you a little video then.
Yeah, man, no problem.
I'll come down. So
you know Merlin
again,
Natty? Somebody asked if you know Merlin Natty.
who just said that? There's nothing wrong with if him not knowing Alien.
That's
come down.
No, him need to come off.
Come down. Right.
Alien is the
Can
reason
you-
why
can you-
Jamaican really stay together.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah,
that uniform there.
As a relay
girl?
runner yourself, as
Yeah.
someone who has a passion for relays, you need to know
Alien.
especially a super relay runner. Super
Man,
talent.
Yeah, man. We
Overall,
had that.
super talent. Alien was
Yeah.
always just about there, like just making fourth in a most of the race then. But super on a relay.
Right. So we thank you again for affording the opportunity to come here and be here with us and talk to us and we could get into your business and make Zavian draw you out.
That's why your money figure. And you're living at the rich town, Maybe you're in school,
No, sir.
As you said you want no money figure, I must ask you, before I finish saying the thanks, how do you see, now that you have transitioned from the junior section, leaving Herbert Marson? I know the guys at Herbert Marson looks up to you. How do you see them phasing and bringing themselves into the 2025 season for them as a school and for them as an individual, what they're doing now? Because they're making their mark.
Yeah, most definitely. So they are competing at levels that I knew they could compete at. Even the young ones just coming in fresh. I run in times that I was running at class 4 level, so I know they are promising talents, and I have the few standouts on both male and female team, Zavian, Stewarts, and Rassi, and all of them. They are making their marks from now, so they are promising at least to look out for at champs.
One last question, and this is the last question I will take from the right there. Case in Sports says, how disappointed are you seeing your former schoolmates, such as Dexter Lee, Ramona Burchell, Palmer, Anthony Campbell, if it is that you know these names, Everton Clarke, all not making it as big as we expected at the pro level?
I am not disappointed because everyone goes through their own struggles or whatever it is. So I am not disappointed. Everything happens for a reason. They're still here. They still support us as I am still a part of the family. So I am not disappointed. We are really grateful for them. As we brought a legacy to the Herbert Morrison family.
That's why I need to know who Karen Stewart is. When I make a mistake.
Anyway, before Latoya close off, Mr. Daley, all the best. Remember to treat it as the Andre Daley LLC, separate and apart from what it is. You have to separate yourself from the business.
Right.
Because, as you said, after track and field, there's always the Andre, and you need something after track and field.
Exactly.
It takes a split second to ruin everything that you have worked for so long. But education doesn't go away because what's in the brain can never be taken away.
Exactly.
One of my thing is you go into a profession that even when you're 90, people are still paying you for it.
Right.
The feet might not move, but the brain still works. So kudos to you that you're still pursuing your education while doing something that you love. All the best at 2025. If you book your ticket to Asia, promise you, may I come watch you.
All right.
Promise you. Like I really wanted to go World Championship, but you would be one of the bonus to go watch you. And I like the general procession. We missed a couple of the points that you said that a lot of athletes skip a lot of stuff when they turn pro, but you seem to have it put together because you spoke about under 23 because you're going up in sequence. And I think when you made that deal, it's a general procession of what it is. Pro in phases. I will call it that way. So you take your time and you go into different phases. Jamaican team is not a baby team. So you have to really set it in phases, what you want to achieve and what your expectation and what the timeline is. All the best for 2025. Hope to see you. I pity you didn't have a relay team for Gibson because I love to see you run on a relay leg for Gibson, but hopefully soon. Huh?
Don't be surprised to see me at Gibson.
Okay, all right. We'll look forward to it. All right. Thanks for joining us, though.
Thank you so much.
Kino, you have anything to say? Final words?
Just remember to stay humble as you are now. I see that humility is a big deal for you, and I respect that a lot. It's going to take you very far. You might not be the most known athlete when you're humble, but you'll be the best version of yourself. And for me, that is more important. A lot of people tend to gravitate more to those who are in your face. But there is a place for authenticity and for being yourself. And me think said that is like the best capital that any human being can have. Just to be authentic and whether people like you or they don't like you, whether people run up in you or not, you're just you, you're just humble, you just go through life. And as Zavian said, remember also that it's a business. Try to be on top of the business. Utilize what you have now. It's not like in Merlin days when there was just black and white TV or whatever. Now you have social media. You can leverage that. Try to align yourself with people like Carol Beckford and those people who understand the business of sports and can point you in the right direction. As I tell my staff all the time, go down a credit union, open one account, go up a barita, invest some money, find something so that the money can work for you. And that's my advice to you. Stay humble, stay on top of the money, stay on top of the sport, keep your body in shape, and trust me, you'll be back here, I hope, when you win some medals and got some records, you can still come back, come sit down.
Most definitely, man. We can't forget.
Hopefully you will know by then who Karen Stewart is.
Yeah. I don't know about tonight, man. Latest tonight.
All right, boss. We see you, I'm going to be here one of them days.
All right, boss. Come on.
I don't think I need to expound on what to admin says, but all the best for the season for 2025 and beyond. Thank you so much again for whenever I call, you said sure. It's never an hesitation. We here at Our Little Family greatly appreciate you, and we wish you all the best. And we are here for you and with you, no matter what it is about, because we understand and we want the best for you. So we are eyeing you out for the season. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here, and thanks for having me.
Every time.
Yourself, bro.
Cool. So thank you also, guys, for joining us, for being here with us. It was a great discussion, a comfortable one, an easy one that we both enjoy. And definitely, again, I would tell you for the next 2 weeks to come, you will be seeing 2 more of our juniors, well, currently now our juniors. Next week, we will be having none other than Rohan Romalda Smythe and his coach / dad, Coach Smythe, will be here from Mushet, will be here talking with us. And then the following week, the last Monday in February, we will be having none other than Shanoya Douglas, along with her coach, talking to us and to see what's happening for their season as they fully prepare for championships in March coming. So don't forget to just subscribe to the YouTube page, comment, share, so that when we are going live, you are already notified and you know it. So thank you so much for being here with us.
And guys, just before you finish, Lati, for the foreseeable future, I mean, the track and field season is just getting into gear now, but we will be here every Monday night for the foreseeable future. Even if we don't have a guest, we'll be here talking track and field. So come out early, carry somebody with you, make we pull up the live, make we have discussions, come with your questions. I think we have something that a lot of people don't have, and it's a comfort value. A lot of people come here and they're comfortable talking to us because, yes, it's formal, but we also have a little time when we run a little joke and make the people them feel comfortable. So come
might
out.
be in Florida. I heard that one of our great is in Florida, so you never know.
Eh?
I might be in Florida. Never know. We need to keep up to date.
JW, you are late tonight. Oh my word. You just missed him, but definitely I'm sure you'll rewatch it because it's on the YouTube page, definitely. So yeah, even if we don't have a guest, as Kino said, we will still be here talking about something that happened over the weekend or in the week or something, or just rapping with you guys, even if it's for just a short moment, because the season is very long, the calendar is very packed, very compact, and we are here to do what we love to do, talk about track and field. Lots of things to come, lot of coming out to come out, a lot of going into going and stuff, but we are here for it and we will celebrate it and we will cry together if it is that we need to cry. So,
you know what I want us to do this season, Lati? I hope we can get some of the administrators. Not necessarily J3As, but some of the administrators in the sport.
To do what?
Yeah, man.
I agree with it. I agree with it.
We need to.
We don't need to just speak to the athletes.
All right, we need to set the record straight on a lot of topics, and I agree with you, Kino. At least somebody that knows the ins and outs of maybe the Olympic Association, how the funding goes, maybe J3A assistant secretary or assistant finance people, or maybe the selection of team.
Your chest high, man.
Your chest.
I know they're listening. No, I know they're listening. So I'm asking.
I mean, we have an affiliate in. We have an affiliate in our dear Latoya here.
Latoya, I don't want to say that she's the chair of the outside J3A.
Let's think about coach, I mean, next week we'll have a coach, who we see has been doing great things with these 2 prodigies. And I mean, her Mushet is not just the both of them only. So I guess we get to ask him, swing the boat and get to ask him also.
I mean, we can ask a question indirectly on how it's selected, because even when DeAndre said that if J3A reach out to, we always hear the story that J3A reach out to athletes and coaches, but it might not go so.
We're gonna celebrate 100 years this year. Make it 100 years celebrate. We don't have no KC money, not because we don't have it.
And the leader of J3A is also 100 years old.
Need to go.
Or acting as if he's 100 years old.
Yes, Mr. Daley, I know that the Smythes are your blood family, actually also. So who else to follow other than, just keep it right there, right down the family line. So definitely, Uncle Smite to you.
But seriously though, Lati, I think it's something that we can work on, and we have resources.
So let's work on see how best we can accomplish getting someone from, whether it be J3A, JOA, world-class athletics, that is a part of that camp there, that, deal with all the timings and stuff.
Former athletes, either from the US or Jamaica. We can.
Maybe because of DeAndre, I feel like I need to work. Because of DeAndre, I feel like I need to work hard on getting Keron, so he can
Keron, I see Mr. Gatlin making the rounds.
I'm actually waiting on that response.
Okay.
How about Mr. Curly? Latoya.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Mr. Curly in jail.
Kino, maybe in jail.
The last news me hear about him is that he was locked up or something like that.
No, them just.
They'll let him out, Kino.
Okay.
Ray sought it out same time, instantly.
Who?
Remember Ray.
Oh, okay. Ray Daley.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you.
I ask question.
People, thank you so much, Odion. Tell Kino to behave now. When Kino, me don't like with those clothes and done.
I would love her at least to be more marketable like Shakari.
O'Shea, please link me now. I'm waiting on your date for you to grace us. Thank you so much, sir. Sometime I can't deal with you. I don't have no money.
What, champagne money?
No, what kind of champagne? Champagne money done. See a KC money around and all King's Council, KC money, man name. It's KC KW.
Ask something the money, man. Where do you the name? They want to get on cartel.
Rasta youth?
The Rasta.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm a politician, no. Odion.
Don't
Western Portland. Eastern.
He's not over Odion side at all. He's not on my side.
He's on your side.
He's not on the party side. Because
Odion strictly the green color. No mix, my friend. No comment right through Odion. No
Audio politics there.
No, this is not a politics platform. Track and field, not politics.
So how Bob's gonna fix the stadium? Where she make cartel mash up?
Good morning, good evening.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, wherever it is that you're joining us from. We thank you so much for being here with us. If it is that
the state of the track is
to be focused on the road, wherever it is that you listen to this program, we appreciate you coming. We love you to come. Remember to keep your fingers
Grand Slam, pay the money.
Track and field talk next, because next we'll be having none other than Rohan Mamela Smite along with Coach Smite live here on Track and Field. I think so too, Odion. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure having you. It was my gracious pleasure. I am honored to have you tonight to grace us.
Play the money. Yes, you. And are you alone in one different jurisdiction where they can prosecute?
Grandson, play the money.
Bye, everybody. It's that time of the night.